have an interesting theory as to why God doesn't answer prayers immediately. Okay, so why does God not answer your prayers immediately? You might ask and wonder. It's because God allows humans time to conceptualize. If God just solved all of our problems immediately, we would never have the room to figure things out ourselves. God gave us a brain. He didn't make us stupid. He gave us a brain for a reason, because he's not going to solve everything for us. And honestly, why should he? If you made a creature with free will, would you want to do everything for them? Absolutely not. That would not be free will. So, God doesn't answer all the prayers. He gives you time to think, Like, for instance, if you were best friends with somebody and they didn't want to be your best friend anymore, and you prayed to God, make them my best friend again. First of all, that's going against free will on your best friend's part. God's not gonna just make them do something, because then they'd be a robot. God's gonna give you time to think, and he's gonna let you figure some things out, and maybe you end up figuring out a great way to reunite with your best friend. And that way it's so much more rewarding, because then you had some part to play in the unfolding story of your friendship. Okay, so that's one example. At this point, I don't know where I am in the woods, but I'm going to keep talking. So yeah, God doesn't answer all the prayers that you give to him. So what differentiates the prayers that he answers from the prayers that he doesn't answer? Because it appears to us humans that God is just fickle with what he answers as far as our prayers go. He answers one prayer, but he doesn't answer another prayer. Why? Well, some Christians say, well, God is mysterious. And God is most certainly mysterious, don't get me wrong. He doesn't tell us everything. But this is me conceptualizing, just like God gave me the ability to do. And so my idea is this. God answers the prayers that we already have conceptualized. We come to God with the knowledge of how to reunite with our best friend, but there just seems to be some unconquerable hurdle to get that friendship back. Then God will step in. So we have to do our part, and once we've done our part and can't do any more, then God steps in. But as long as we have a part to play in our request towards God, then God's going to use that as a lesson and a trial for us. While God still might be mysterious, I think there is a way where he isn't as fickle as he might appear to some people. Anyway, I'll be going now. See you guys.
God conquers the unconquerable, but before something is unconquerable, maybe God prefers to test the abilities in which he gave us. Think on it. Maybe that's why you're frustrated with how God is working in your life. Maybe it's because the power to answer the prayer is within your grasp. And if not to answer the prayer, maybe it's a prayer that isn't meant to come to pass. Maybe the prayer is based on a false pretense that needs rethinking. Maybe try praying for guidance instead of miracles for a change. Pray about it, and let me know what you think in the comments below. This has been John Babb with Steadfast Variation.